Hello.
Hey, y'all.
Hello. We're going to do something a little different today. We needed a couple ideas for a podcast episode, and one of my favorite podcasts is Two Hot Takes.
Yep, same.
And they have new episodes every Thursday. You should totally check them out. But what they do is they read Reddit stories, and then they discuss it, and you get like hot takes on what you would do in that situation or what you think of it, or maybe some advice you would give.
I'd fail. Just kidding.
Yeah. Another great podcast that's kind of similar, except it's a call-in, and it's just like goofy. It's called We're Here to Help. It's Jake Johnson, and I forget the other guy's name from
I
New
love
Girl.
call-in shows.
Yeah.
We're Here to Help.
And like
I'm
that's
gonna
supposed to
check
be
it
just
out.
like a little goofy, but some of them are, I think they are real. And it's just a little silly. So yeah, but he's so funny. So
I'll have to look that one up. I love call-in shows.
Yeah. Lamorne.
Wait,
also,
Colin Jost?
Shows. Call-in shows. I also love Colin Jobst. How do you say his last name? Jost.
What's that?
He's on SNL. He's married to...
Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, okay.
You've seen him, I'm sure.
Maybe. I'm not very good with names, so I don't know.
Anyway.
All right. So this first one we have here, this is from the Two Hot Takes subreddit. They have their own subreddit that I follow. It is 215 days old. My husband purposely hid my car keys so I would miss my job interview. I, 25 female, am extremely pissed at my husband, 24 male. My husband and I met in college and have only been married for a little over a year. He's currently still in college pursuing his master's while I graduated with my master's last year. I've been looking for jobs, but it's been difficult to find one that pays well for entry level. My husband has been extremely stressed lately. He's been studying his ass off recently, and it's taken a toll on our relationship. He comes home exhausted. He naps for hours, yet he always insists on doing everything. And I mean everything. He insists on cooking and cleaning so much to the point where I'm forced into saying yes, but I don't understand why he keeps saying this. Maybe he's just stressed and he's trying to make it up to me by being extra nice. It's very weird, and I don't understand why he's going to such great lengths to please me when I honestly don't have a problem with him being burnt out from school. I recently applied for an interview for an entry-level job that paid well and was around 45 minutes from our apartment. I was very excited that me and my husband were finally going to have stable income if the interview went well. But I woke up the day of the interview. My car keys were nowhere to be found, not even the spare. They were completely missing. My husband was already at college by this point, and I knew calling him wasn't the right thing to do. I didn't want to inconvenience him, and I didn't think he had anything to do with this anyway. I was very wrong. After hours of looking for my car keys, I eventually called the company and told them I couldn't make the interview. They were understanding about it, but I knew I had likely lost my chance to get the job. Later, when my husband came home, he was holding my car keys. He told me he found them in his car and was unsure of how they got there. I was very confused and asked him a lot more questions, but he kept deflecting by telling me I need to keep better track of my things. I told him I missed my interview because of this and that I know I never misplaced both pairs of keys in his car. He eventually told me he purposefully took them so I would miss my interview and not get the job. I felt so betrayed, I couldn't even say anything. We haven't spoken about it since it happened a few days ago, and I don't know why he would do something so controlling and unpredictable like that. A lot of people have been asking, update extra info. A lot of people have been asking why I didn't call an Uber or Lyft. To be completely honest, I didn't even think about it. I never used rideshare app before. I was too confused and busy looking for the keys. I probably would have used an app to get to the interview, but I wasn't thinking about it at the time. I'm currently staying at a friend's house, and I'm working on ending things with him.
Oh,
Wow. I just don't get it.
I mean, good for her.
Yeah.
For like...
Setting the boundary and being firm about it.
Yeah, and being not like, you did this one time, never do it again.
Especially since it seems to be connected to like whatever weird behavior he was having.
Yeah.
Like
he wants to be in control.
Yeah. Which like, how strange. Like, what does she do all day if he's like at school burned out? Like, what is he
If
keeping
he's
her
burned
from?
out
Like,
and then wants to do all the house chores.
Yeah, I'm confused. Like, what he's keeping her from. Like, why that would be.
Yeah, I don't think he wants her to have, that's one of the top comments. He doesn't want you to have any independence outside of him.
Mm-hmm.
That's so weird. It just is weird that he would like not have the expectation then that she would be like the caretaker of the home. Mm-hmm. I guess like what does he expect her to do all day? Like if she can't go to work,
unless he's like
she can't like
he can
take care
throw
of
it
the house.
back at her like I do everything and you don't do it. You know, if he throws it back in her face and she's like, you didn't want me to do anything. I can't do anything. I need you to
Need me.
Yeah.
Do you guys think it's abusive?
Yes.
manipulative.
I don't know,
behavior.
like until the keys portion of it, I don't know that I would necessarily say yes because there's a lot that goes into that type of decision. I think that's potentially deeper than just like saying a control issue.
And I think maybe it probably started in the beginning of the relationship and she didn't realize.
Yeah,
Like,
small things.
yeah.
But like the keys thing, that is huge. And like, what's wrong with you?
I love this comment. Control disguised as kindness, but it takes away her autonomy and gives him a reason to be resentful of her since he does everything.
That's exactly what you said.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
you need me and you don't do it. Yeah. You could throw it back
Yeah.
at her. Ugh, that's icky.
Yeah.
But glad she,
Yeah.
you know, was like, nope, one and done. And I'm done with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
So she's going to end the relationship.
I think I don't know, I guess, like what their conversations and stuff look like. That seems like a big jump to me because they're already married to like immediately go divorce. But again, like maybe she's had epiphanies
I think it's the
about
context of it. Like, I think this has been building up.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't
maybe.
think this is just like a one time.
That's what I'm saying. Like I think there's more context to this whole story than just like he doesn't want me to take care of the house and then he took my keys.
But then,
Like you said, I think there's more underneath the surface that like either wasn't said or just like, you know.
and then I always think about like, how are you raised? How were you parented? What was your parents'
Yeah.
parenting style? Like, did
Like,
the
does his-
dad take control of everything?
Yeah,
and
did
that's
his
what
parents'
you're,
relationship look similar and that's why
and you're just used to seeing that.
right.
There's always, I always think about that stuff too.
But that's like so sketchy. So like off the handle. Yeah.
Here's another comment. They quote this from the post. My husband was already at college by this point, and I knew calling him wasn't the right thing to
Yeah,
do.
that was weird.
Yeah, so why? Like,
That-
has she called him previously?
because she's
and,
scared
like,
of his anxiety. Like,
Right.
I'm trying to
His
take a
reaction.
test. And
he, was controlling him.
And it's not like he's in a surgery.
Right.
It's not like he's
but if he's
away from
like
his
she
phone.
couldn't text him and
Yeah.
while he was in class, like even in a lecture situation, you couldn't text him and he wouldn't respond.
Yeah.
Like he
Or
would be
maybe
like, I'm
she-
focusing on class right now.
Or like she's scared of his response.
Right.
And like she knows like, oh, once his anxiety is high, I'm not going to stay away. I'm just going to stay away.
Right.
Because there was that one thing. It was like, you can really test a relationship when the internet goes down. Like how does one treat it? Like, does one just go in full panic mode and then like, I can't even be around you when you're like this? Or do you like civilly figure it out together? Or just like working on a home. Like how does one person
Oh
like
my God.
like
Home
deal with the
renovations.
stress? Yeah.
I know I don't deal with stress
hard
well.
time in our marriage.
Yeah.
How does Chip and Joanna do it?
Yeah, I don't know. They probably don't
just
live in it
smile.
with 3 kids.
Yeah.
Here's another comment that I thought was interesting. I think this man is completely jealous of you. You already have your master's degree. He doesn't. You're moving on to a career. He isn't. You will be earning a decent wage and supporting him, and he hates it. Overall, just like red flags everywhere,
Yeah.
I would say.
This is one that kind of seems small when you just think about them as like isolated incidents. But like when you put them all together and think about this in like the context of a whole relationship maybe being like this, that is scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like kind of thank God there was no kids in the factor too.
Yeah,
like
thank goodness.
Yes.
How would
It's a
he-
little easier to break things off.
yeah. The divorce I think would go maybe a little bit simpler when
Yeah,
you
they
don't have
didn't
to
own
deal
a
with
home.
custodies and everything like
yeah.
that. Which is sad
Things
to
could be
say,
split
but
easily.
like that they were young enough to realize, nope, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
Bye. And then
Tough.
you sign the papers and you're done with that person. You don't have
Yeah.
to see them for drop-offs, for yeah.
I don't know. Do you think it's fixable?
I think if he really wanted to fix it, it is. But I think if you are like,
If she couldn't call him while he was at school, no.
I think if he wanted to fix it, it would be on him.
Because why
to
is she so
change
scared
himself.
to message him?
Right.
call
And like,
him?
I don't even know if I would say scared, but like it's just ingrained in her to not
Oh, I
like
can't.
reach out for the help.
Yeah.
So
And you
like
can't have
clearly
that.
there was some sort of like reprimand along the way that like kept that from happening, you know?
Yeah. Or like
Yeah. I don't know.
if she needs help
Right.
and he's like, nope, I'm at school, or I'm, because first it'll be school and I'll be like, nope, I'm at my job. Nope, I'm in a business meeting. Nope, there's always going to be.
I get and I understand why, like, that. I don't know how to say this. Like, so when Calvin was working for electricity stuff, like, texting him was normal. So usually he would know if I was calling him, then it was urgent. It was important. So, like, I never would call him unless it was urgent and important.
Yeah.
So, like, that kind of scenario I get. But then, like, wouldn't they have the same communication where she, like, isn't that urgent and important, losing, like, not having your keys so that you can't go to your job interview?
An interview.
You're married. You're not going to have money together
Yeah.
if she doesn't have money, if she can't go get a job. So, like,
Right.
When Nick was full-time electrical and I was home with the kids, I'd just call him just to call. So I think of those TikToks of, like, they're just making fun of themselves. When you're having a hard day at work and your wife calls you to tell you that she had the best popcorn in her life or something like that.
I do that to Craig, especially when he's in the combine, because I know he's not, like, he can talk to me. He's not doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I always start every phone call like that with, hey, do you have a second?
You're like, oh, yeah, sure.
I used to say, like, hey, are you busy right now?
Yeah.
He's like,
Because I have nothing to tell you.
I just want to talk. So my phone calls were just like, did you see? Or whatever.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Calvin used to get really annoyed with me when I would, like, I don't know. I would say, I guess, complain about, like, something happened with the kids, like, where they were really naughty that day and like they were grinding my gears, and he'd be like, you chose this life. I'm at work doing these hard things. I could die at any second, and you're here complaining because the kids were hitting each other. And I'm just like, dude, chill
It's a
out.
different stress, but
It is.
But I think that's what you guys know is this. It's a different stress versus this story. Like, yeah, I have stresses too, but you can call me.
Yeah.
It seems like you can call me.
Yeah.
I'm like stressed, but like I can't call you. I can't text you.
Right.
On that note, when you said you call him to complain about the kids, like, no one else can commiserate with you quite
Like a
like your
parent.
spouse.
Yeah.
Because no one else is parents to them. No one else loves
Yeah.
them like you do.
Yeah. I
Other
tried
than
doing
your
that to my
spouse.
mom, and my mom, she just gives me like, oh, maybe you should. No, mom, just
I
hear
don't
me,
need
bitch.
advice. Just
Just hear me,
listen to
bitch.
me be annoyed and say, damn, that sucks.
And that's what Nick is for. Like, he just hears my bitchiness, and I'm like, okay, thank you. Like, he doesn't like, well, maybe if you, no.
Right, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Don't
Totally.
want to.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. On to the next one. This is a
Yes.
little more
This is fun.
wild.
Oh, I love a good wild one.
My sister-in-law thinks I'm going to give her my baby.
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
I, 26 female, gave birth to my baby boy last month. I wanted to wait a few weeks before inviting some family over to see him. I invited his sister, brother, and parents. My parents came over and my sister came over. My sister-in-law was fawning and doting on him. When I wanted to feed him, she almost didn't want to give him to me, and she was trying to give me pointers and such. I thanked her, but told her that I had it. She got offended and said, oh, someone who didn't even want kids has it under control, I guess.
Wow.
Rude as hell.
It's true. My husband and I talked about waiting for kids for about 2 years because neither of us were sure we were ready and wanted to wait. Well, we got pregnant and decided to be parents. I say, excuse me? And she says, well, I was thinking since I've been trying longer than you guys, you weren't even all that sure you wanted to have kids. Maybe I could take him off your hands. I called her crazy and told her to get out. I was shocked and disgusted that she said that. And my husband talked to her and asked why she would think that. And she said it's not fair that she's been trying for 3 years and we didn't even want our son and got pregnant. He told her to never say that again around our son. His mom said that she was just kidding, but I'm like, jokes about that. Do you think she's real or do you think she's
real.
You think she's real?
She crazy.
I don't know if she's crazy, but I do think, like
Like
infertility
crazy.
struggles like that, I could get why she would be, like, kind of irrationally angry.
Just
Yeah.
when some people get so obsessed with babies that they're just like, it's mine.
Yeah. The whole thing when, like, mother-in-laws or mothers, I guess, like, it seems sort of, I don't know, when they call, like, their grandkid their baby. Like, oh,
You
that's
leave
my
my
baby. That
baby
drives me crazy.
That's so inappropriate.
Yeah.
I
It's like
think-
that type of feeling with this sister-in-law.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all.
So some of the comments say, yuck, she was not joking. If I were you, I would set some clear boundaries down.
yeah.
If I had trouble getting pregnant for 10 years, I never made my friends or family feel that way. Obviously, she needs help.
Yeah.
So what would you guys do in this situation?
Well, first of all, I kind of think that it's the husband's responsibility because it's his sister to take the lead on, I don't want to say discipline, but like communication, boundary setting, because that's his sister. If this was our situation and it was my sister, then I would be the one talking to Catherine and being like, what's wrong with you?
What the fuck?
Yeah. But like, if this was, let's say, Calvin's sister, Alexa, or something, like, I'd be like, Calvin, you need to talk to your sister.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane.
Yeah.
Don't ever let her talk to me like that again.
So you would go to your husband and be like, you need
Yeah.
to talk to her.
Yeah.
Instead of you talking to her.
I would eventually, because we've been married for 10 years. Like, we're close enough, obviously, that, like, I feel comfortable saying, like, something to her if that was our situation. But that's at the end of the day, that is his family. He should be the one to lead communication. And he, I would assume, maybe not, is the head of their household. And so, like, wouldn't you want your teammate to be on your team? You know?
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, Calvin and I are our team. So, like, he should be my teammate, be on my side. Since this is your family, you take the head of the communication in this case. Like, I don't know. That just makes sense to me.
I personally don't think she meant it. Like she's actually going to steal the baby.
Not steal it, but I think
Would you leave your baby alone with her?
she was just hoping for no, hell no. I think
See?
she was
So
just hoping.
Maybe you do think she's going to steal the
No,
baby.
I think she just that to me shows that she's crazy enough to do something weird.
Yeah.
Like try to breastfeed him or something.
Yes, and that's weird and traumatizing for
Have
a baby.
you heard of mother-in-laws trying to breastfeed their grandbabies?
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that on Reddit too. That's freaking weird.
Yeah. Or like mothers who still breastfeed their grown man's
Oh,
son.
I've seen that
Yes.
everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got the heebs thinking about that.
I thought I was going to be that because I just, I
With
loved
Cash?
Yeah, I loved breastfeeding and everything.
Really? Oh,
And
I
I
did not
was
like it.
I was kind of sad, but I was overstimulated because he was on me, Cutter wanted to be on me. And I just was like, I'm so out of touch. I'm so
Yes.
touched. Like, I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
But I was like, I could totally see why they would still continue to breastfeed.
Yeah.
Like for a bonding,
Yeah.
I understand why.
But then obviously I'm not breastfeeding anymore, but I'm like, yeah, that's a little weird. Like, just getting out of
Even
that.
extended breastfeeding age is only like 3 or 4, maybe 5. So
I
like,
used to
past
judge
that
it,
is
but then I'm
strange.
like, I get the bond.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
You just have to, I just feel like I had to be in that moment. And I'd be like, I totally understand.
Yeah, this is one of those like there are certain parenting things or like even other situations where you don't fully grasp like the
Reality or something.
Yeah, reality of it unless you experience it first. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
We have an edit. I talked to my husband about cameras and changing the locks. He said if that's what's going to make me feel more comfortable, he'll get on it tomorrow. She will not be around my son alone for a while. I'm taking this very seriously.
Wow.
Good.
I personally think that's a little extreme.
I think she was feeding off of her own sadness
Yeah.
and just hoping against like all possible odds that they would say, you know what,
And
you're
it probably-
right. We really didn't want this baby. Why don't you take it? And it would just be such an outlandish possibility. But she was just hoping against all hope that point
She was
0.000000001%.
hoping for a false reality and be like, you know
Yes.
what? I am tired. How about you
Yes.
just take him for the night
Yes.
and then I'll
Yes.
recuperate and everything, Probably in her fantasy, like, yes, let me.
Yeah. I
Take
think
the
that's
load
just
off.
like her reality that she kind of concocted, not necessarily like the reality of truth.
Yeah. And the sad thing is that she's been trying, maybe if they're trying, they have a nursery set up
That
and
desperation.
everything. And they just,
I get it. Yeah, I get both perspectives, but it's crazy to like put that on someone else when it's your own crazy in your own mind.
yeah.
So
It's sad, but you have to cut your boundaries and be like, no, I know we're family, but no.
Yeah.
I'm sure Thanksgiving or like any holiday would be.
Awkward.
Yeah.
I don't like family drama.
Yeah, because you have to be around them. Like,
Yeah.
it's weird.
Yeah.
Don't like that.
Okay, we have another one. My stepdaughter says she hates me, so I'm not bringing her on my trip.
Uh-oh. That sounds petty.
Yeah. I totally get it.
Yeah, the petty princess over here.
I, 28 female, married my 37 male husband almost 4 years ago.
Oh, man.
Oofta.
There's an age difference there.
Yeah.
When his daughter was 11. She's almost 15. She's 15, almost 16. Her parents have been divorced since she was 7. She still sees her mom regularly. They have a great relationship. I know I will never be her mother. I've never tried to take that on nor force her to look at me that way. The problem is she doesn't like me at all. Since she was 11, she's made it clear I'm not her mom. She rolls her eyes at me. She ignores me a lot of the time, tells me I'm not her mom, etc. Her mom and I get along. She will call me if she needs me to take my stepdaughter to practice instead because she has a new baby. We're not best friends, but we do keep in touch for the sake of her daughter because her
Who's
dad...
got the baby? The mom?
The mom.
the mom.
The mom has a new baby.
Okay.
Yep. We're not best friends, but we do keep in touch for the sake of her daughter because her dad travels a lot for work and I am the sole parental figure for her a lot of the time. I don't try to force my stepdaughter to spend time with me, but sometimes I do suggest we go shopping, watch a movie, etc., especially when her dad travels out of town for a few days. I'm always shut down. This brings me to last week. I had to go in her room to put more towels in her bathroom, and she's been a little down because her boyfriend broke up with her. I knock as she lets me in. I see what she's watching, Love is Blind. I say, "Oh, I'm watching this right now with my niece. I'm an episode behind you, but I'd love to watch it with you." She ignores me, and I put towels in her bathroom, and when I'm leaving, I say, "I have snacks downstairs. I also got new face masks if you want to try them out, or we can just talk if you want someone to vent to." Because we're both into skincare, and I know how hard a teenage breakup is. She pauses her TV and says, "Stop fucking trying to be my mom. I don't like you. You're just my dad's wife. I have a mom, and you mean nothing to me, so stay the hell out of my life and stop trying to do things with me. I want nothing to do with you, you weirdo." She shoos me out of her room, slams the door in my face, and I will admit I cried a little. My niece / goddaughter is graduating high school this year, and when we were watching Love is Blind, she said that she would love to go to a beach because she's never been and go on a good vacation before she starts college. So we started making plans. I'm paying for both of us. Her mom says she wants to go and she'll pay for herself. My niece also asked her if her best friend could come, and I said I'd cover the hotel and the plane, but her parents would have to pay the rest. Yesterday, I was searching and calling around for hotels and amenities and things to do when she comes down and hears me. Her dad walked in and goes, "So are we going on vacation?" He says, "I don't think so. Are we, Sarah?" I say, "I'm taking my niece and her friend as a graduation present." And she asks her dad if she can go and asks why I didn't ask her to go. I say, "We made the plan when I asked her if she wanted to watch a show with me, and my niece told me I'm not her mom and she doesn't want to do things with me and she wants nothing to do with me." And they tried to make excuses and say, "I can't be your parent friend when you want me to do things for you, but you treat me like crap any other time." She went and called her mom, and her mom called me, and I explained what happened and what was said. She was shocked what her daughter said to me, but she completely understood. She told my stepdaughter that she would take her on the trip when she graduates, but she missed out by acting that way and can't force me to take her. My husband says I should get over it and take her. I don't think I'm in the wrong.
100% agree with her.
Yeah. And good for the mom for like not being like, well, it's my daughter and blah, 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 blah.
Like, be realistic and understand that your kid's not perfect and they make mistakes and they do dumb stuff. And this girl's a teenager. That is part of teenager brain
Well, and
development.
the fact
Like,
that her parents have been divorced since she was 7, and then
like half her life, basically.
yes, and then he gets together when she's 11, right? So that's really hard to bond with an
That age.
11-year-old.
Yep, it's tough.
How old were you when your stepdad came into the picture?
Oh, gosh, I was old. I mean, we'd known him for a really long time, but they got married like the year after Calvin and I got married. So
Okay.
I was like maybe 19 or 20-ish when they
So he
started
never
dating.
like acted as your stepdad?
No,
really?
I
were
don't even
out of the
call him
house?
my stepdad. I
Okay.
call him my mom's husband because
Okay.
he's not like, I love him and I think he's a great person, and I know that I can ask for help from him if I need to, and I know that he can ask me for help if whatever. But no, I don't view him as like a father figure
Okay.
necessarily.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
But my mom did date once when I was like a junior or senior in high school, and I freaked out.
You did?
Yeah. Or maybe I was a sophomore. I don't know how old I
thought you were a
maybe I
little
was
younger.
sophomore. I was maybe a sophomore.
Do you think they broke
in
up
high
because
school.
of you?
Yes.
Oh.
Because I asked her about it. I don't know, a couple of years ago or something. She's like, yeah, we did. But honestly, like knowing more about him now, anyways. So, yeah. But so I get the perspective of the teenager. And I think that the stepmom is doing a great job continuing to like put the offer out there. And I know that it's hard and you take it personally, but it's probably more than likely not personal. Mm-hmm. And it has more to do with the daughter and her feelings and less to do with the actual stepmom.
And I feel like, honestly, when you're the adult in the situation, you kind of have to be the bigger person.
Mm-hmm. And I think she's doing a great job of that.
You think so?
I don't think this is petty now that I'm hearing the full story. Mm-mm.
Okay.
What do you mean by?
Yeah.
I feel like maybe not necessarily take her on this trip, but I think that you still have to continue reaching out.
Yes.
Despite the fact that she says not to, because in the end, she is a child. Mm-hmm. This is a child that we're talking to.
And maybe if there's still that hostility, maybe they should have, like a family counseling group.
The dad needs to get on board because clearly he doesn't understand what's happening within their dynamic.
Mm-hmm. I don't think he's around very much, it sounds like.
That's terrible. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Which that's fine. Honestly, that's whatever. But that doesn't mean that he shouldn't be apprised of what's going on within his own household.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
We have an update. It's a long update. I took some of the people's advice and I had a sit down talk with her father, her mother, to talk about boundaries and clear rules of what I will or will not tolerate anymore. I'm still standing firm that I'm not taking her on this trip because I am not going to award bad behavior and verbal abuse. And I don't want to deal with that on the trip. I do not want to be miserable on a trip that's for my niece celebrating her graduation. When my husband goes out of town, she will be staying with her grandmother or mother. I will no longer be parenting her here since she does not want me to do anything for her. And I will not until her attitude changes. And I said that maybe she needs to go back to therapy, and her mother and dad agreed. I told her once again that I know she has a mother and doesn't need another, but that rhymed.
When she's in
Another mother.
Another mother. That was never my goal to come in and try and replace her mom. I just wanted to be a parental figure. My husband did apologize for not having my back and controlling this behavior before. I said I may not be her mom, but I am her father's wife, and I need basic respect. She doesn't have to talk to me, but I won't tolerate her disrespect. They both asked her to apologize for what she said, and she scoffed and rolled her eyes. She stormed off, and her mother and father went after to scold her. We also agreed to go to family therapy. I told them I will not be asking her to do things with me, like go to the mall or look for a birthday present for her dad. But if she comes to me with a changed attitude, I will be more than happy to do so. Her mother said she will be talking with her privately about how her actions have consequences, and this is a small thing compared to what may happen in the real world. I do realize I should have been more vocal about the mistreatment before, but I didn't want her to dislike me any more than she already did. But I see that that was not the correct decision, and hopefully we can work something out. I can't think of the word or phrase, but we can be cordial.
I would give that like an 8
That's
out
a
of
good,
10.
yeah. Oh, why?
Because for one, I forget the first thing it was that she said that I didn't like. Oh, the part where, okay, so the part where she cannot be at their house when the dad's not around, I feel like that's sort of a punishment in a scenario where this requires discipline and boundaries and not punishment. Does that make sense?
Punishment
Like-
to go to grandma's house?
Yeah, because it's saying you're not welcome here if dad's not here. That's a punishment. That's saying like, I don't want you here. So I think that sends the wrong message.
But if she,
First of all.
I think the opposite of you. I think it's giving her what she wants.
See, yeah.
getting away from her?
Yes.
Because if she's already in her room, slamming the door in her face.
Right.
like-
Yeah.
Right. I think that defeats the purpose of her saying, I'm still a parental figure in your life because I'm married to your dad. I deserve respect. I think that completely like dismantles the like possibility of that happening. Mm-hmm. Because they completely are cut off from each other then, basically.
Yeah.
Unless the dad's around. It's saying the dad is the only one who's here to parent you.
Yeah.
be a figure in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if he's the only one she'll listen to,
That doesn't, she's still there. Her whole point is that she's supposed to be respected. If she's not even given the opportunities to like have those scenarios where she should put that in place, then that kind of relationship can never grow. Does that make sense?
yeah.
So it just feels like,
But then how do
what's
you?
the point?
If she was like, I won't take her to the mall until she has a changed attitude.
See, and
how
that
does,
also I think is
how
the other
does one
point that's
change?
lost. Exactly. That's the other point I think is lost because, again, she's trying to be still a kind person. Like you said, she should be the bigger person. So she should still reach out, especially when it involves like the present for the dad. Like that's his daughter. Wouldn't, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's where the 2 points lost for me.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of glad that the parents are on board and
Yeah.
not one like, well, this is my perfect princess daughter and it's your fault. And
Yeah, I think it's pretty clear that the divorce was mutual and there's no like,
Bad blood.
bad blood between the two.
Because, baby,
parents.
now we got bad blood.
Exactly. Except not. Opposite. They don't
Sarah
have bad
loves the Taylor Swift reference.
Actually, I was reading a book not that long ago and it had a Taylor Swift reference and I put that in my critique column. I was like, ew, no thank you. So,
funny.
She just reached 1.6 billion net worth.
Jeez.
wow.
She just reached $1 billion like earlier this year, and
Just
now she's
on tour?
1.6 billion.
Really?
I don't know. What
I think
she's-
Selena
she's
Gomez
doing
did
so
too.
much.
I heard that because of her
Rare
beauty.
beauty.
Good for them.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Billions of dollars. I
Billions
can't
of dollars.
imagine.
Good for you, people.
Anyway,
Yeah.
this is kind of fun.
Yeah.
I
liked it.
liked that one a lot.
Yeah.
I thought that was like pretty real life.
Yeah.
The other two are a little silly, outlandish, maybe. Well, I don't know about that, but
Yeah.
that one is like very
But it's people's reality.
true.
Yes.
True that.
I hear a siren.
Yep. And on that,
Interesting.
On that note,
Yeah. If you guys like this kind of stuff, let us know
yeah.
because it's fun for us. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. It's a good
Interesting.
filler if we kind
Yeah.
of don't have anything to talk about. Mm-hmm. But maybe you guys should look at Reddit story. Do you guys go on Reddit?
I do
for
have Reddit.
fans, for like favorite shows that I'm into.
Oh.
I follow a lot of snark pages.
Oh. I follow some Sims content.
Oh my god, US
And some
Sims.
bands. I follow like some bands and stuff.
Yeah.
Like their Reddit, their subreddits and stuff.
But do you follow haters?
I'm on the Am I the Asshole page and I'm in a couple of
We should do that.
random
Am I the asshole?
like I don't know if it's called Snark, but like some other pages that are very similar to that.
Yeah. So I follow like Utah influencers.
Jeez.
Have you
And
did
it's
you see
all
that
just
show yet?
snarking on it. No, I haven't. We should do an episode on Secret Lives of the Mormon
I've
Wives.
watched them all. I binged
did?
them in like 2 days.
Oh,
Calvin was
okay.
so annoyed. He's like, "Why
I'll
are we
work on
watching
it.
this?"
We'll do a recap.
Yeah.
That'll be good.
Yeah,
Gabe
and now because
suggested that.
season 2 was specifically just announced, and there's already like tea.
Nice.
So-
Okay, I'll start tonight.
Okay, cool.
We'll do it.
This is the first time that I've ever like watched something before you guys. I feel really cool.
Yeah. Well, I've been told by several people that I would like it if I
Yes.
like
Yes.
like Jersey Shore.
Yes, or like Real
and
Housewives, or
Real-
like anything that's
Yeah.
for sure.
Kardashians.
Yep.
I used to love the Kardashians.
Yeah,
too.
they were used to be so good.
I know.
And now, well, and
Scott was my favorite character.
Yes.
I know.
But someone said they have so much money that like they're just kind of boring to us because they're like creating drama that's like
Out of nothing.
Yeah.
really Kim's
like
gonna
you
get
don't
mad.
have real problems.
Yeah. So they gotta stir up something that would be so small to maybe us. Like you said something about my daughter's hair.
Right, right. Did that happen?
Yeah, and Chloe's like, I didn't say anything, and Kim's like, well, the way you said it, you were just like, Chicago's hair is greasy.
Okay.
And it was like they tried like the whole dramatic sound
Yes,
and everything,
yeah.
and
It's like no.
no, this isn't.
Sometimes kids have
Used to
greasy
be so
hair.
good,
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, but like just, and people are like, they have so much money, they can't be personable anymore,
Yeah.
and yeah.
And with everything coming out about Diddy and stuff, I feel like they're kind of maybe backed into a corner.
Disappearing about that. A lot of them are like, oh, I'm out. But then
Yeah.
I'm on the whole Menendez trial because Kim is trying to get the brothers out.
Oh.
And I have to do a full, like, I need to
dive.
know what happened.
So maybe that can be on your list of
whole
things to
thing.
do, and then you can make
And
an
I-
episode about it.
And I don't want to watch the Ryan Murphy's Netflix show about it because people are saying that that's inaccurate and wrong. And the Menendez brothers did say, like, no, that's not our story.
Wow. Okay, because I heard a lot of people were persuaded by that. So
Yeah, and see, this is why I just found about I found out about Lyle's lawyer.
I have no idea what you're even talking about.
Yeah, I'm just, there's just so much stuff in this story and in this crime and this everything. And I'm like, I don't know anything about anything.
yeah.
Like, as a kid, the only thing that I was told was that they're rich and they murdered their parents for money. And I'm like, yep, put them in jail.
Oh,
Prison
you know
forever.
what? I do have that documentary saved in my queue, so I guess maybe I'll remove it then. About the brothers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that was about everything when I was young. They told me that this person was wrong and Sinead O'Connor. There's a movie that's going to come out about the laundromats in Ireland. The Catholic
I
laundries.
just have no idea.
It's got Cillian Murphy in it.
Of course it does.
Yeah. But I always thought she was a bad person because she ripped a picture of the Pope on SNL. And
I don't care.
this was like in the 90s.
Well, I mean, back then that
It was a
would've been,
political. That was
yeah.
just like the Dixie Chicks,
Yeah,
or like
when
the
they
Chicks
spoke out.
against George W. Bush.
Yeah.
They were canceled.
And now everybody
Why?
speaks out against everybody.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say, who cares? Like, you
Well,
can have your own
that's how
opinion.
much we've evolved.
Oh,
Like
sure.
Ashley Simpson when she was lip syncing on SNL, canceled,
Oh, sure,
career
sure, sure,
ruined.
sure, sure.
Yeah.
And I'm like, really? We're gonna
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Celebrities have done much worse.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
So
Yeah. Okay, interesting.
on that note,
On that note,
Yeah. Maybe some future episodes coming at you here, I guess.
Yeah.
So
we recorded 3 today, so
we did.
on to a photo shoot.
on to a photo shoot. Woo! Okay. All right. This has been Calissa.
Hannah.
And Sarah.
Bye.